from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And some room to... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Mecole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. First down, Rodgers. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. to the ground with Hall. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Jermaine Johnson there to bring him down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run it again with Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
89 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The Dolphins at 8-8 now on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And they go play action here. Mon.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8, now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
From the gun, here's Mon.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second and 11. On play action. Now Rodgers. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On play action, it's Rodgers. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath, because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
Paul want to give up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though, 3rd and long. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Touchdown, Jets. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now Mond. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Mond. They're going for it. And it's going to be batted down. A And we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
The 71 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he...
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Off a play action, Tagovailoa. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua.
And this one too low.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
From midfield, here's Tua. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And this defense will take over right at midfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the counter, it's Hall. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hall again. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10 now from the 27. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Tua, the final shot before half. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and he'll find Hall. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. 143 yards rushing for him now as he is finishing off the regular season with a bang. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a give to Hall. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run with Hall. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown! Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zuerlein now for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Tua now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And Chubb will try the middle here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
17.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They go with Chubb on second down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Jets have got it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
168 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here's Hall again. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give to Hall running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now Hall to start the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Bradley Chubb came in and got him. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Ball again on 2nd down. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On play action, Rodgers. Got his man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Rodgers. He dumps this one off here to Hall. On the move past the 40. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
So it's a win here for the Jets. And we've said it so many times in the past, but it was Aaron Rodgers, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for the Jets,
they get the victory in the season finale, but it will still mean a sub-500 season as they finish at 8-9.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins,
they wanted desperately to finish above 500, but that will not happen as it is an 8-9 season in the end.
And